I had been to some other places and had maybe not so positive experiences. So I was scrolling on Facebook one night and an ad popped up. And I said, well, let me reach out. And I reached out. I think I emailed at first and was able to get into the office within like a week, which was amazing. Like you said, I had gone other places and it just didn't feel right. And I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed and in pain a lot. And so I was kind of feeling defeated until I came here. Yeah. I did have a lot of mouth pain, hard time eating, embarrassed. I mean, I felt like embarrassed to even make an appointment where I was at because it was so bad. And so it took me a lot to reach out to make that appointment. I think having the option of messaging and not calling really helped. Like the immediate call back and immediately getting in, like before I could change my mind, that was a big deal. And then everyone was so friendly when I got here. And Dr. Weber, like I did all the, scans and stuff. And he sat down and gave me all the options, super friendly, not pressuring, like, here's what I think is best, but it's up to you. March of 2024 when I had that initial appointment. And then I left out of here and I knew what my options were and I just sat on it. Nobody pressured me. Nobody bugged me. I think I got a birthday card in the mail or something. And because it took me until like probably August to make my final decision. And there was like no pressure, no nothing. I called back and said, okay, I want to do this. And they, worked with me how to go about like the financing and everything and, help me with all that. Like I was afraid, what's the end result going to be? Once I got over that hump of the embarrassment, I think that was probably the hardest part for me. It probably wasn't the easiest pay. I mean, not me like personally, but like my situation. Like we had some hang-ups along the way and they were so patient and never gave up.
Well, I mean, you made that remarkably easy as I personally too. I mean, the difficulties that we had just related to the case or even sometimes the complexity of what we're doing is just, complications arise. But I think like you as a patient, like you made it so easy. And it's like, well, we can like guide and pursue these things and certainly endeavor to do things as excellently as possible. Like you're the hero of the story.
Like I would always smile with my mouth closed. And I mean, ever since I was a kid, I think I smiled like that. And I don't have to eat sandwiches with a fork anymore. And the pain is gone. And I don't have all, the bleeding gums and the pain and the constant headaches and all that. But that's what kind of finally pushed me over the edge. Like, I can't live like this anymore. And so, like, I was shocked, like, immediately, like, that was just gone, and, like, even my surgery, like, I think I had surgery on a Thursday, and I went back to work on Monday. Like, I felt fine. I was anticipating being in a lot more distress than I was. Yeah. I mean, it definitely gives you more confidence to, not hide your face, not be trying to hide your face or, just... Again, it goes back to that. I feel better, all completely different, not hiding anymore. I don't know. Like I said, the embarrassment of it, like, and that was the other thing. Like once I was embarrassed that I'm at the, 50 years old and I needed this done already, and once one day I just said, you know what, I'm just going to tell people, hey, this is what I have to do, and once I got over that, then it was like, everybody was celebrating it, So I said from the, when I finally got my finals on, I'm like, I'm never looking back. Like it was a process. It was a commitment. It was a big decision, probably the biggest decision I've ever made in my life. And I don't regret it for a tenth of a second. Like it was, it's been a life-changing experience. So going to the dentist isn't fun. It's not a fun experience. Unless you're coming to see Dr. Love. But I mean, and it's not that way here. It's been just, everyone is so friendly. Everyone is so, like, from the first person you walk in and see all the way through, and the assistants and the hygienists and the doctors. And I can't recommend this place enough. I didn't come here and Dr. Weber said, okay, well, we need to do this, so go over here. And then you go over there and do that, and you come back and, okay, now you need to go over here. Like he was there every step of the way. He was the person, in charge.
Right.
People you're familiar with, you've met. You're not going to a strange office to have this procedure done. Like everyone already knows you here. So that was a big deal to me. It was another thing I was nervous about. Like, how, was I going to look ridiculous with these new teeth in? And I was like, even the first set of attempts, like, I'm like, wow, like they look like real teeth. They look like they're mine. And my coworkers and stuff were like, oh my gosh, they look real. I'm like, oh, good. That was what I was aiming for. So the sandwich. So the time that I was here for an extended period of time, and I don't remember who was in there with me that day. I don't know, but he came by and he said, do you want a sandwich? He asked her, and she's like, I don't know what to, and I was like giving her what I would have been ordering if I could have eaten the sandwich. And he joked and said, do you want something? I'm like, you're funny. And then at the end, when it was all done, I got an email and there was a gift certificate for a Cuban so I could get my sandwich that I wanted that day. He didn't forget. Like when I left here after it was all done, honestly, I sat in my car and said, okay, what am I going to eat? And I didn't eat for like 5 hours because I was like, wow, I can eat that, and I can eat that, and I can eat that. And I recently ate a piece of corn on the cob for the first time in probably 20 years.
That's awesome.
I'm like, oh, I can eat this.
I mean, I'm remarkably grateful to you. I mean, I think even just similar to what I was saying before, where it's like sometimes it's easy for us to get wrapped up in just dentistry. We do. My favorite part about it is the connection and being able to spend time, with you. It's not an easy, as much as we endeavor to make it a really easy thing to go through, it's not an easy thing to go through. Practically, emotionally, time, all of it. It's not an easy thing to go through. And so I think to go through it together and to respect each other in it and be grateful for each other in it, like those, I think that's the rich part of it.
Yeah.
We just appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you and all of you. I could be your spokesperson too if you need to.
This is
Anybody's on the
wonderful.
fence.
Yeah.
If anybody's on the fence, you can be like, here's Becky's number.